Who are you? Not your name, not your job, not even your thoughts. Strip all those away. And what's left? Is there a core essence to your being? Or is the self just a convincing illusion? In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most mind-bending philosophical concepts, the nature of identity. We'll explore how your self is built, why it might not be as real as it feels, and what that means for how you live your life. You're a girl. You're American. You're smart. You're shy. We inherit these labels like hand-me-down clothes and wear them until they feel like skin. But these labels are not who we are. They're roles we've learned to play customs. Would you still be you? This is what philosophers call the social self, an identity built by your environment. Psychologists like Erik Erikson argued that identity develops through stages and is shaped by how we interact with the world. So, if your sense of self is just a product of conditioning, is it truly you? Section 2. Philosophical Perspectives on Identity. Let's travel back in time. David Hume, the Scottish philosopher, once wrote, "I never can catch myself at any time without a perception." For Hume, the self wasn't a stable thing. It was a bundle of thoughts, emotions, and sensations flickering like candlelight. This is similar to how many Eastern philosophies view the self. In Buddhism, there is no permanent, unchanging I. There is only a stream of experience constantly arising and passing away. This concept is known as anatta, non-self. The idea is radical. The more we cling to a solid identity, the more we suffer. Think about it. When someone challenges your beliefs, when you fail at something you thought defined you, when your body ages, what causes the pain? It's the attachment to an identity you thought was real. Meanwhile, Descartes went in the opposite direction. He said, "I think, therefore I am." Even if everything else is uncertain, the very act of doubting proves some essence must exist. But modern neuroscience throws a wrench in this. If brain scans can predict our decisions before we consciously make them, who's really in control? Much of what we call me is built on memory. Our stories, our trauma, our achievements, they form a narrative thread. But what if memory is more unreliable than we think? Psychologist Elizabeth Loftus has shown how easily false memories can be implanted. Eyewitness accounts in court cases are often flawed, not because people lie, but because memory is plastic. So, if our foundation is shaky, can we trust the version of ourselves built on it? Let's try a thought experiment. Imagine a person who loses all memories in an accident. They speak the same language but don't recall their past. Are they still the same person? Or did the self vanish along with the memories? Now enter the modern era, the age of the curated self. Online, we construct idealized versions of ourselves. Instagram bios, LinkedIn profiles, TikTok personas. Each is a performance, a slice of us chosen for a particular audience. Ever notice how you act differently around your parents versus your friends? Versus a camera? Which one is the real you? The philosopher Irving Goffman would say they all are. He compared life to theater. Each interaction is a stage, and we're always in costume. But this raises a deeper issue. If we change depending on who's watching, is there a real self at all, or just masks layered over nothing? Many people lose touch with their inner voice. We start living for an audience, not ourselves, and that makes the illusion of self even harder to see through. Section 5. Embracing the fluidity of self. What if we stopped trying to pin ourselves down? What if identity wasn't a static noun, but a verb, something we do, not something we are? That idea might sound scary, but it's also freeing. You are not locked into who you were last year, last week, or even yesterday. You are allowed to change your beliefs, to outgrow old stories. to rewrite your narrative. Zen master Shunryu Suzuki said, "In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few." When we let go of fixed identity, we open ourselves to learning, evolving, becoming. It also makes us more compassionate. When we understand that the self is flexible, we stop holding others to rigid expectations. We allow them to change too. So, who are you? Maybe there's no final answer. Maybe identity is less like a solid rock and more like a flowing river, always moving, never the same twice. And maybe, just maybe, the freedom lies not in defining yourself, but in letting yourself unfold, moment by moment, day by day. If this exploration challenged your view of who you are, consider subscribing for more deep dives into philosophy, identity, and meaning. Leave a comment below. Do you believe the self is real, or is it an illusion? Let's explore the mystery together.